This is my Fisher 3D printer, currently printing out a prototype XY table base. It's a nice printer. I've printed a lot of things on this. I have had one or two problems though, none of which stop it from printing once you know what to do to get around the problem. The extruder slips occasionally, especially when the nozzle's too close to the bed when I start the print. The way I get around that is by issuing an M206Z0.2 command after I auto level the bed, and that lifts the nozzle up a little bit. That gives it enough room to allow a little bit of space for the filament and prevent the extruder from stalling and slipping. I've also got a problem which I haven't fixed, which is a problem when I start printing. The filament doesn't come out of the nozzle unless I muck around with it manually, turning the knob at the top of the machine when the hot end is hot, just to try and get the little toothpaste squeezy worm to come out of the end. It seems to be a problem that's worse on some filaments than others, and I really don't have any idea what the problem is. It seems to be worse on the black filament, which I am using at the moment, and I don't seem to have a problem with this black filament. So I'm wondering if it's something to do with the diameter of the filament. I do also have a loose bearing here. That bearing slips out. When that happens, it prevents the home switch from operating, so you get a nasty stalling sound. I probably will print another one of these sliders to get around that problem. At the moment I just push it back when I see that it's moved. I've also had a problem recently with the thermistor on the hot end, which caused the software to shut down. It didn't melt itself, which was quite nice. My Mendel did do that. The problem turned out to be a connector on the other side of the blower. There's a connector that allows you to detach the signals for the fan, the heater and the thermistor. And the thermistor contacts were intermittent. So I've pulled those out of the connector and soldered them directly, and that solved that problem. There's also a problem I've got, which is probably me and not anyone else, where I keep losing the springs for the bed. Fortunately I've found them every time I've lost them, but it's a good idea to keep an eye on those because they're difficult to make. You'd have to buy another set. Other than that, it's working very well, and I've printed a lot of things on it. I did find today that the belt tensioners were a bit loose, especially this one here, which was very loose. So that's just a matter of doing these screws up and getting a bit more tension on the belts. But yes, I like it.